Welcome, everybody. Welcome, gang. Welcome. There's Marley in the background. He's fired up today. He's heard about this show. He always gets excited when it's Text the Show Day. And today is Text the Show Wednesday. It's also Akuma Wednesday. We always talk about an Akuma product on Wednesdays. And today we're talking about the Mako series reels. We'll talk about those throughout the show. There's little Marley up in the corner. He wants to make sure you all see him. That's his little Marley house that Kelly built for him. And once again, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you. We'll get going here in a couple seconds, waiting for a few more people to get on here. But as we get going here, gang, don't forget, PCS show coming up. The Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show is coming up March 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th at the Orange County Fairgrounds. I will be there speaking every single day, plus Kelly and I will be there in our booth. We'll have plenty of free stuff to give away. If you show up wearing one of our shirts, one of the Your Saltwater Guide shirts, if you show up wearing one of those shirts, you're going to get free stuff. Remember that. If you show up and sit in the audience for my show, I'll be winging you out free stuff. We got stuff from Costa. We got stuff from Promar. We got stuff from Baja Jerky. We got stuff from Akuma. We're going to be giving out all kinds of free stuff. If you've ever been to one of my seminars, you know sponsors come through big time. And we make sure everybody's got stuff. And my sister said she's going to have plenty of stuff from Kids Club, Dana Wharf Sport Fishing for the kids. And you know, my shows are always very, very quietly clean shows. Bring your children. I entertain the kids just as well as I entertain the adults. So make sure you bring your children to the show. I'm going to have plenty of free stuff for the children also. So bring your children, and if they hear Captain Dave say a bad word, they all get free stuff on top of the other free stuff that they get. So it's always fun to be at the show and watch Captain Dave and see what the heck's going to happen. It's like going to a NASCAR race. You never know what might happen when I'm doing a show. So make sure you show up at the PCS show. It's the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th of March. And don't forget the big prize we're giving away just a few more days. February 1st, Kelly Girl's going to be giving away the trip on bowline sport fishing. She's going to pull one lucky name out of the hat. How do you get involved in that? All you have to do is go visit our store. Just by visiting our store, Your Saltwater Guide, the store, that'll automatically get you entered. You don't have to purchase anything. And that's going to get you a trip on bowline sport fishing with Justin, Botrell, his deckhand, and Captain Dave's flying up from Cabo to fish with you. And we'll pick the very best time to go big bluefin fishing. We'll go out there and see if we can't round up a couple of those fish. It's going to be a trip for you and 3 of your friends on bowline sport fishing out of 22nd Street Landing. So, gang, today is Text the Show Wednesday. We're going to do it now Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And we're going to start doing collaborations with people. Next week, we'll have a special guest on the show on Monday or Tuesday. We haven't really pinned the person down yet, but they're going to be on the show. Marley's super excited. Look at him. He is so excited about being on the show. He loves being on the show. He loves all the attention y'all give him. Don't forget, if you guys think Marley's cool and you want to help feed him, leave us some badges over there at Instagram. On Facebook, leave us some stars. And on TikTok, leave us some gifts. Pick some gifts to give us on TikTok, stars over on Facebook, and badges over on Instagram, gang. Everything you give is to help feed Marley and the 2 kitties that we rescued while we were down here in Mexico. And then the leftover money goes to help feed Kelly. All right, gang, we're going to get started in just a second. We have a question come through from a podcaster last night about the Mako series reels. And he goes, is today the day you talk about Akuma? I said, absolutely. He said, could you do something for me? I just bought a Mako reel. Tell me I bought the right reel. I'm going to tell you, gang, the Mako series reels can catch pretty much everything that swims in the ocean. They make a Mako series reel as small as a 10 and all the way up to a size 130. They make 80 wides. They make these bitchin' 50 right here. These reels are incredible. The lever drag, the whole system, every part about these reels is absolutely unbelievable. The strength, the gearing system. When you're winding in a big tuna and you're like blown away because you keep turning the handle and you're not feeling a bunch of tension, you're just feeling it come in nice and smooth and easy, especially when you click into the low gear. This Makira series reel, it is the reel. There's nothing that compares to these. These are just top of the line, as good as it gets. Makira series reel. Google it, check it out. Akuma, Makira series. The gearing system inside these things, everything. Like I always say, I don't know the molecular structure of the aluminum that they build the reels out of, or the drag washer systems and all that. All I know is that I use these every single day for everything we fish for. We got the smaller size. We got the 15 2-speed, and we got the right here, we got the 30 2-speed. All these reels, gang, I catch everything. Marlin, wahoo, dorado, big bluefin, little bluefin, everything that swims we catch on these reels. And I'm telling you, when you turn the handle, it doesn't even feel like the line's coming in. The next thing you know, there's a fish laying right at your feet. Check out the Makira series reels at any of your local tackle stores, or go look online and Google it and see what it's all about. It is unbelievable. It's a laundry list of spectacular things that they've done to this reel that I can't even get into. I don't want to spend the whole time talking about all the bitchin' features of the reel, but they are the poop. It doesn't get any better than the Makira series reels, gang. Check them all out. But don't forget, gang, now we're going to do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and on Friday afternoons, we'll give away a t-shirt to the back. I can't give away a shirt every single day on every show. I'm just a poor old boat captain. I don't have a phenomenal amount of money, but we will give away a t-shirt on Friday to the best text that we get. So make sure you text us. And that question, the first question came from Jamie about the Makira series reels. Gang, Akuma makes a plethora of reels. They cover everything: spinning, level winds, low profile level winds, conventional reels, phenomenal section of rods, rail rods, swordfish rods, bent butts, everything you could ever want. Just go to the website, akuma.com, and check out all the cool stuff that they have. You can't go wrong. I fish Akuma exclusively. Watch all my videos. We post 3 brand new videos every single day. Every single day we post 3 brand new videos. All the time that you see me fishing, you see me using nothing but Akuma products. That's what I fish with every single day. I've been fishing for a living for 47 years. I've never thought, wow, if I just would have had Joe Booger Eater's reel, I would have done way better. That's not what it's about. I feel super confident when the line touches the water when I have a Akuma product in my hand. So you should feel confident also. Check out akuma.com. Check out all the things they have, and they're at most of the tackle stores all across the United States. All right, gang. So we have another question just came through, I believe, because my beautiful assistant is sitting right here next to me. What is the next question on the Skidooly, honey bunny?
Don't do that.
Oh, she's
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's feeling kind of dingy right now. Go ahead, baby. Give us a question. Hang in there. Oh, Marley wants you to give us a question. Little Marley back there dancing. Okay. No Skidoolies today.
Okay, this is from Darren.
All right, Darren. We got a question from Darren.
Okay. He wants to know.
Come on, Kel. Pull it together. Kelly's got the giggles now because she's looking at the Skidooly.
He wants to know, can we clean? David!
Here, give it to me. Okay, Darren wants to know, can we clean and maintain our own reels by watching your YouTube videos, or is it better? Gang, what I would do is if you have reels, I wouldn't take a reel apart ever. That's not my deal. I'm your saltwater guide. I would never take a reel apart and try to do any type of maintenance. My good friend Mark Romero, He takes care of all of our clients' reels. He does a phenomenal job. Or Rick down at Fisherman's Landing Tackle. They do a phenomenal job over there. Or if you have the time, Akuma. You can send your reels into Akuma, but I'm telling you, everybody's going to be super busy here if you don't get your reels in sooner than later. But as far as taking a reel like this apart, Darren, and trying to think that I have the ability to put it back together, I don't have any videos on it because the last thing I want you to do is take a screwdriver and take one of these reels apart. You're just asking for a whole world of problems. When you open one of these reels up, what's inside is absolutely amazing. But there's professionals that do it for a living. Why would you want to, I want to just check it out? Not for the price of these things. Man, the price that they cost, take it to a professional. That way, if it gets messed up, they can they have the responsibility to fix it the right way for you. But if you screw it up, you're out $800-900 in a reel at the highest end, at the biggest reels. And the lower end, you're at $300 or $400. I don't have an extra $300 or $400 to throw away because I want to try to figure out how to fix a reel. That's ridiculous. And just like John Bretza over at Akuma says, why would you even attempt it? They have all the tools, every little screwdriver, every little specialty tool to get in these reels, take them apart, put them back together again. They have all the parts if something breaks. Why would you even attempt? It's the silliest thing I've ever heard of. I've had guys actually tell me, well, I just like to see how it works. Well, then cast your line out in the water and hook a fish and watch what happens. Don't take the reel apart to figure out how it works. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I can only be honest.
Okay.
That's all I got. I don't have a filter. I don't have a special filter. Oh, sugarcoat it. I'm just going to be honest and tell you the truth. Go ahead, baby. What's the next question on the
from
schedule?
our very good friend John Stanley in La Mesa.
All right, John.
And
John
says,
Stanley. Boy, you are having an amazing winter, even though you don't fish in the wintertime. John fishes year round because he's a member of Your Saltwater Guide. Wasn't that fun hoop netting the other night, John?
Okay, so he says the storms washed up lobster traps onto Mission Beach, traps that were on the artificial reef. What kind of effect did the storms and swells have on the reef?
What happened was John asked what the effects of these storms may have had on the artificial reefs and a lot of the local rock piles and stuff. There's going to be a phenomenal amount of sand all over the place. The beaches that haven't had sand for 10, 15 years, all of a sudden have sand all over them. The same thing happened on the reefs and on the local rocks. There's going to be a lot of rocks and a lot of that got sanded in. But the really cool thing about that is that when that sand went on those rocks, it made it so all the hiding places, and now the fish are flushed out of there. We're going to have some phenomenal weather this weekend. Really nice. I keep looking at windy.com and I keep seeing they're calling for very little or no wind at all. And the wind that there is going to be, it's going to be a slight offshore, which is going to flatten that ocean out even better. I believe we really haven't had anything like this in so long. But if I go back into my archives and think about what happened in the 90s or the 80s when we had big storms, actually the sand bass and the sargo and everything are in like this massive feeding mode right now because everything's been flushed out of the rocks. They've been buried with sand and everything's out moving around looking for all this food that's in the ocean right now. So I think it's going to have a very, very positive effect. But time will tell as we all go out fishing this weekend. We're all going to get to find out together. But we had a small glimpse of it last Friday. If you looked at what the LA Harbor and Long Beach Harbor boats did, there was a couple of half-day boats that just went out, annihilated the sand bass, had full speed limit style fishing on sand bass up there on Iser's Reef and on the Horseshoe. So I think that's what we're going to be in store for here this weekend. So that's what I think, John. That's my theory. I think it's going to be a phenomenal time to go out there and look around at all these different places because the whole bottom, everything's been stirred up and everything's in a massive feeding mode because all they were doing for the last week and a half was holding on for dear life, hoping they didn't end up on the beach like all the other stuff. They got washed up, and now things are going to calm down and they're hungry. and they're ready to eat. All right, what's the next
This is
question on the
This
skidooly?
is from our also another great friend. This is Wyatt. Wyatt.
Oh, our good friend Wyatt.
Yes.
Did you get your T-shirt, Wyatt?
Hopefully he did. Let us know.
Marley. That's Marley, by the way, making that noise. He's pissed because we're not paying attention to him. Marley, get over here.
Just cheering for Wyatt.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wyatt wants to know, when the water is murky, do you use lighter color lures or darker color lures?
Wyatt asked about fishing lures in the stained water. What we've learned, it doesn't really make sense, but it is what it is. When the water is real stained, the darker colors seem to work the best. Maybe the lightest color you would want to use is a chartreuse, but maybe root beer color, castor oil color, those type of colors, the dark oranges, the dark browns, the dark reds. Marley. See Marley looking at himself in the big mirror over here. So that's what we've learned over the past, and the professional bass fishermen will tell you the same thing. When the water's stained, the darker color, it doesn't make any sense, but that's what they found over all the years, and that's what we found fishing in Southern California when we fish plastics. You know, I'm a bait guy by trade. That's my deal. I love to fish bait, but I can fish plastics. I can fish plastics as good as most people. I don't like making 300 casts a day to catch a fish. I'd rather just throw a bait out in the water and get a bite. My time's too valuable. Go ahead, Kel.
All right, there's another great friend, Angel.
All right, Angel.
And he wants to head over to Catalina.
Great reports, by the way, Angel. Thank you very much. Gang, if you're not a member of Your Saltwater Guide, what are you afraid of? We have the most spectacular community of people. Most of the people you're hearing ask questions are members already of the website. We built a phenomenal social platform on our website. The community that we built, go to the community section and look. All the positive posts, all the great fish reports, everybody working in together on this fishing thing is pretty spectacular. It's a different way of looking at it than has ever been done before. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt him.
It's okay. So he wants to head over to Catalina.
All right.
Target some wintertime yellowtail. Where should he start?
Well, with all the tear up and everything that just happened, I believe Catalina is going to absolutely explode with squid here with all the cold water and all the freshwater runoff and everything and the nutrients that added to the water. There's so much forage for the squid to eat. I believe you're going to have a phenomenal amount of squid over at the island. And I would start to poke around on the backside of the island. I would try to make sure I have live squid. Live squid is going to be the key this winter to catching yellowtail over at Catalina. And on our game plan for this weekend, Angel, I'm going to pinpoint a couple of 3 spots that I think are super important. They're going to be fishing in like 80 to 120 feet of water. They're going to be rocks on the middle of the backside, west end, and also east end. We're going to cover 3 different rocks that I believe is going to have your very best chance to catch yellowtail on. I would love to be able to give them to you right here, but you're a member. I give them to you as members. But over on the website, check out yoursaltwaterguide.com. I'll be more than happy to give you the GPS numbers and everything else over there, Angel. I'm not going to just do it here. I got 3,800 or 3,700 members that are like, wait a minute, don't just give it to them, Dave. Make them go over there and get on the website. Absolutely. Get on the website and check it out. Bob Sands, yeah, another great place to get your reels. Anybody that's a professional where I take my reels to get fixed, but you need to text the show. I can't be reading all these online. But listen, Catalina is going to be phenomenal this winter. It's going to be that wintertime yellow is going to show up over there. And I believe it's going to be middle backside of the island, especially on this weekend. It's going to be calm, but it's going to be about having live squid on your boat. Let's hope and pray that LA Harbor or San Pedro Bait Company has squid, and let's hope and pray that Nacho has squid and he wants to be nice this weekend. All right. Do we have any more questions?
No
Beautiful.
questions yet.
Okay, so no more questions. So we're going to talk more about what I think is going to happen this weekend. I'm going to have a really, really good game plan for you guys for this weekend. for Catalina, for the Horseshoe, for Isers, for down in San Diego on the different rock piles down there. Also, John, just like you and I talk about all the time, we're going to cover a lot of the artificial reefs and what I think you need to do this weekend. This is going to be a phenomenal weekend. Those of you that have been sitting around for the last month waiting for this rain to stop, well, it looks like this is going to be our weekend. The weather's going to be beautiful. The swell's going to finally calm down. Things are going to start to happen. I'll also have a really spectacular lobster game plan for you. We're going to touch some areas that haven't been fished this year that I think are going to go bananas because of all this different stuff going on out there that the lobsters just love, like we talked about on our lobster show yesterday. The runoff, the rain, the movement of the bottom, it's all going to help. It's all going to be super important for this lobster thing. So you got so many different things to look at this weekend. And gang, if you're not a member of the website, please try to gather as much information as you can and go out and have the best weekend you possibly can. There's no reason to not fish. Those of you that only like to catch bluefin, I heard there's some bluefin. My buddy Todd Manzer and a couple of other guys were out at the Cortez Bank filming a show for HBO, riding 100-foot waves. They were over there Friday. There was rumor that there was some bluefin seen. Todd did not see any bluefin. He said he was super focused on making sure he kept his camera crew right in that wave. And he's got the best eyes I've ever seen on the planet. But he said some of the other boats were talking about seeing some bluefin out there on the Cortez. It doesn't surprise me. There's plenty of bait out there. I'm sure there's some bluefin out there. It still looks like it's going to be a little breezy this weekend out there. But if you have, we'll give you some numbers of where some of the boats saw some bluefin. If you have a burning desire to get out there and go look for that bluefin out on the Cortez or the Tanner, it might be your weekend to go. It's not going to be gnarly. It's not going to be flat, glassy, calm like it's going to be on the coast, but it's definitely something to go check out and go look at. And then don't forget, gang, we got a question. All right. Don't forget to text the show. You win a free shirt if Kelly picks you as the best texter in the next 3 days. You're going to win a free t-shirt sent directly to your house. There's plenty of people on the show that have gotten plenty of free stuff from David Kelly.
This is from one of my faves, Mike Lewis.
All right, Mike.
He wants to know if you can make a video demonstrating what you use and how to catch baitfish in the marina.
Mike was asking about catching baitfish in the marina. Yes. We'll show you, gang, how to do that. We'll get on that this winter. We'll show you probably when I'm up there in March for the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show. I'll try to put together another handful of videos. But catching bait inside of the marina, you're going to mostly, inside the marinas, you're going to mostly get top smelt. Sometimes you'll get some sardines. Sometimes you'll get some mackerel, but it's mostly top smelt. And I just fished up in Lopez Mateo for 3 days last week, catching a bunch of snook and pargo and snapper. And we were using top smelt for bait, and it was incredible. It was, everything eats those top smelt. And there's a lot of top smelt up there, and you can check it out. We'll try to make you the best video we can. What are you saying? Zenos, you got to send a text message to the show, but he's asking, how does Catalina look this weekend? The weather looks spectacular out there. Check out the game plan at yoursaltwaterguide.com. I'm going to post tomorrow around 3:30, and it'll break down Catalina, what I think is going to happen over there. The big deal is nobody's been there, but I'm just going back through my playbooks of all my different logbooks since 1980. And I'm telling you, there's a real possibility that this weekend could be absolutely phenomenal at Catalina. The weather looks spectacular, so it could be really, really good over there. And we'll break it all down and talk about it. And everybody that sends me stars and badges and gifts, Zenos, thank you very, very, very much. I really appreciate the badge. You're the very first person to send me one, and I appreciate it. I really do. And those of you that keep sending me stars, and there's nobody like Mike Lewis as far as sending me stars. Mike Lewis sends me stars every single day. Augie sends me stars every single day. Mike sends me stars every single day. Justin Botrell sends me stars every single day. All the people that send me stars all the time and badges and gifts, we appreciate every single one of you like you can't even comprehend. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Delman, okay, thank you. Because Delman, thank you very, very much for the badge. That is incredible. I don't deserve it, but I do appreciate it, gang. I try to do this show for you every day. This is our 3rd year doing this. Hey, Marley. There's Marley. He wants to let you know, Delman, that he appreciates the badge. Mike Lewis, Marley appreciates, and Augie, and everybody, Jeff Tagger, everybody that sends us stuff. Thank you so much. And those of you on TikTok that send me gifts, thank you very, very much. We have another question.
How about you explain to people how they send stars? What do they do? Can you do that online? Do that.
Gang, how you send the badges, the stars, and the gifts. There's an area on your Facebook about stars. You can type it in on there. You can see it on there. It's a Facebook thing for the stars. The badges are on Instagram, and the gifts are over on TikTok. Every one of these, though, you got to take a couple minutes out of your busy day and put in your credit card. And these stars are done in cents. So if you give 100, that's $1. If you give 500, that's $5. Stuff like that. The badges, same type of thing. The gifts over on, they're all, you just have to take a few minutes out of your busy day and put in your credit card onto your Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. And then you can send us the gifts. First of all, like Delman said, it's showing your appreciation for us doing the show every day. The last thing I ever want you to ever think is I'm begging. I'm not a beggar. I don't beg, but it's a way to show appreciation. These social media platforms have set this up so that you can show your appreciation by giving these gifts. If you don't give them, it's not going to change how I feel about you. If you do give them, it is going to change how I feel about you. I'm just telling you, let's be honest. It's like tipping your waiter or your waitress. I'll keep doing these shows because people are watching. We're getting millions and millions of views a month. This month on Facebook alone, 9 million views. That's incredible. TikTok, what did it say? Oh, Marley, you can't do that.
What's he doing?
He was trying to turn off the, I'll play with you in a minute. He was trying to turn off he was dancing on the keyboard.
Marley.
I cannot believe the amount of people that watch us every single day. It's absolutely amazing. And I want to thank each and every one of you. Something that I need to also talk about is the like button. On TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, there's a like button, gang. And I had no idea because, you know me, I'm just an old fisherman, that like button is so important. And I watch a lot of videos and I always see people go, make sure you smash the like button. And I was like, yeah, right, whatever. What does that mean? It means that it helps this thing called an algorithm, which I don't even know what it is, but it's how that drives the videos to be in front of you. And if you enjoy our videos and you're like, I keep missing Dave, all you got to do is hit the like button. You smash that like button, and then all of a sudden you're going to get alerts, and you're going to get to know when I'm on and when I'm doing my shows or when I'm posting a new video. And we post 3 brand new videos every single day. Every single day. 3 brand new videos and a picture every day. And you want to see all this stuff if you enjoy our content. You want to see it all. So just smash the like button, click the like button. Please, it's going to help you and it's going to help the algorithm so that it gets it in front of you. I'm learning all this as we go along, and I didn't even know.
And we have a lot of questions.
A lot of questions we got to get through. I'll quit babbling. All right, here we go.
Okay, so this is from our Dear friend Cubby.
Cubby Paul, got a question. I just picked little Kevin Cubby Paul up at the airport.
He wants to know what's the one thing that will help people most when anchoring. Like, what's like the number one like tip? What's a game changer in helping get anchored?
All right, perfect question from Kevin. What is the best thing to think about when you're dropping the anchor? The number one thing is wind direction. Which way is the wind blowing? Is the wind blowing out of the northwest? Is the wind hitting you in your face? And when you look at the compass, the wind's coming at 300 degrees. If the wind's coming at 300 degrees, then you want to make sure when you drop your anchor to end up on the spot that your bow is pointed at 300 degrees. The other thing is super important, and we have a whole video series on anchoring at our website. And what's the name of that website? Your Saltwater Guide. But when you drop your anchor, you do not ever count the chain in the snare, unless you have straight chain, but you shouldn't. If you watch my videos, you know the length of your boat in chain and the rest in rope are line, anchor line. You got to be careful because there's a lot of experts on here. There's no ropes on a boat, there's lines. You want to make sure that your scenario of dropping your, if it's 50 feet deep, you don't let out 50 feet of rope and chain. You let out all the chain and then 50 feet of rope. That way it'll hang on the bottom and set. Those are the two things I would suggest are the most important. And then after you set the anchor and you don't lay on the spot proper, look at which way the boat's pointing. Look at your compass and go, okay, we're pointed at 270 degrees. We got to reset the anchor because the spot's not behind us. When you drive around, you get ready to drop your anchor again, make sure your bow's pointed at 270 degrees when you drop your anchor, and that way the back of your boat will be over the spot when everything sets up.
All right. So Wyatt, again, has another question. And he wants to know, besides the first time you took me out fishing, he wants to know what's your most memorable fishing trip.
Thank you, Wyatt. I think my very most favorite fishing trip is anytime I get to take children fishing. Anytime I get to have a bunch of kids on the boat. Anytime there's children involved. If you come to my seminars, if you ever heard me speak, the only people in the audience that matter to me are the children. I'm going to talk to the kids, the children the whole time. And when I have children on the boat, I make sure that they understand how important they are. And when we go fishing down here in Mexico or up in California, the very first fish we hook, I'm going to make sure that the children get to wind it in. The second fish we hook, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the 10th, the 100th. There's always going to be about the children, because those of you that are adults that are fishing, you already have the disease. You already love the passion and the whole part about fishing, but we need to get the children into it. So Wyatt, that's a perfect question. My favorite time fishing is when children are on the boat. And then probably, if I think back, when we figured out in 2015 how to get that bluefin to bite the rubber flying fish. So I'd never done it before. And I took some knowledge that I got from my buddy Jeff on the Cowboy, and I went out there and we got our first bluefin. That was probably one of the most memorable trips, but by far, nothing compares to taking children fishing for me. And like I tell everybody at my seminars, if I'm ever out on a boat fishing by you and I see you standing there winding up a fish and your child's looking up at you, and if I have a brick or a rock, I'm going to throw it at you and hit you in the head, because there's no fish on the planet that you need to wind in and your child needs to watch you wind in. You need to hold that pole and let them turn the handle. You need them being involved the whole time. It's super important. It's super important, right, Marley? Little monkey's right there. He understands. It's all about children. Wyatt, thank you very, very much for that.
So we have a couple more questions.
Couple more questions.
Please let Wyatt know to stay tuned till the end, because we have something special for him.
Wyatt, stay tuned to the end. Kelly's got something super special for you. I don't know what it is, but she's going to do something.
Okay, so Jack of Michelle, he has a question. Any good squid lights you recommend for 12 volt?
Sorry, Jack. Jack, there's some underwater lights that are incredible. They hook onto your battery or into your cigarette lighter on your boat, and they work incredible. They're underwater lights, and I don't know the name of them, but if you go on pacificedge.com, that's my good friend Mark Wish's website. Go to pacificedge.com and look at his underwater lights. That's where I got mine from. I don't know the brand name, I'm sorry, but they are spectacular. Looks like a little globe. Fits in a little black bag about this big. The cord's wrapped up in it. The thing works unbelievable. It is so bright. It's a green colored light, and the squid just are sucked up to it. So go to pacificedge.com and see what Mark Wish has there. Those are phenomenal lights. And also call Mark. He'll be more, his phone number is there. He'll be more, tell him you're one of Dave Hansen's guys, and he'll be more than happy to help you out. Mark absolutely loves Kelly. He tolerates me, but he loves Kelly.
Okay.
All right, we got another question.
This is from Freddie.
All right, Freddie, let's do it.
Any tips for beginning fishermen? He does a lot of fishing at the beach, lagoon, and pier, but wants to plan a deep fishing trip soon. And also, how should he start off? And he would love to win a shirt because he's a large.
All right, Freddie. The best thing I would say to you is wherever you're located at, we don't know where you're located at, but how to get into this saltwater fishing thing is to start to go out on the sport fishing boats, on the half day boats, not the 3/4 day, not the overnight. That's not where you start. You start on the half day. You want to get out there. You want to get acclimated to the boat. See if you can handle it. See how you do on the boat as far as weather goes and maneuverability on the boat, and check out the whole thing. And I'm telling you, when you get on the half day boat, you want to talk to the captain. You want to try to get his attention and talk to him for a few minutes. Ask him, hey, what are we going to do today? How are we going to do it? He'll have one of his crew members rig you up the proper way. You don't want to go out there and try to figure this thing out on your own. Let the crew, and most sport boats today are all working at a very high service. They're all about service. They all know how hard it is to get a person to come with them. And when they do get a person to come with them, they most of all the boats understand how important that client is to them. And they're going to work with you to make sure that you have a great day on their boat. But I would never get on there and try to figure this thing out on my own. I would ask the captain and tell him, hey, I'm new. Can you help me out? One of his crew members will rig you up with the right hook, the right line, the right weight, and then show you how to hook your bait on the proper way. And that'll put you in the right place to get started on this whole saltwater thing. And as far as fishing off the beaches or piers, what I've seen everybody that I ever see trying to figure it out, they all fish way too heavy a line, way too big of a hook, way too heavy of a weight. And they take themselves right out of the game to begin with. I have a whole series on how to fish light, small hooks, thin line, strips of squid, and it all matters. Every single thing matters from this point forward. Now that you've watched our show, when you start to think, what am I putting in the water? Just think it all matters.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Let's see here. That was it.
So that's it on the questions. That's it on the show, gang.
Tell Wyatt to go to his classes.
Wyatt, you better go to school.
Go to his classes and we'll let him know what he's won.
Kelly said if you show up to school, she's going to let you know what you won.
And the winner, I'm just going to say it.
No, we don't have a winner till Friday.
Oh, we know, but we get a winner today.
Kelly wants to give somebody a shirt today.
I already told him Freddie wins a shirt.
Freddie, you won the shirt. Begging works. I guess begging is the new thing, gang. If you beg, you get a shirt. Kelly wants to give Freddie a shirt. Wow, that's amazing, Freddie. Stay in this fishing thing, Freddie. If you want to go check out a cool website that's going to help you a lot on how to figure this thing out, go to my website, yoursaltwaterguide.com. Right now, Freddie, 14 days are free. I'm not going to charge. It's mine. Kelly and I own the website. There's no corporate It's me and Kel. That's it. We're never going to charge a credit card unless you decide that you fell in love with the website and you want to be a member of our website. Then we'll start charging you. But all you got to do is call me. I give you a smoking hot deal. No prices are what they seem. You call my number, 949-374-0786, the same number you text. This goes for all of you that are watching. I'm building this phenomenal community of people that share their desire to catch fish when they go, and share how they did it, where they did it. And we don't allow negativity on the website. The community we created is super positive. If you like that, if that sounds interesting, go check out the website, gang. Right now it's free. I don't know how I can make it any better unless I started paying you to go to the website. I mean, doesn't get much better than free. People get scared. I don't know why, but when they get there, they start to get on there, and then it's like, well, he said it's free. Yeah, but you got to put in your credit card, because if you decide after 14 days that you want to do it, or you don't have to put in your credit card, if you follow the simple instructions that say, call me before you spend any money, then you just call me and I'll set you up with a 14-day free trial. But you got to call. I can't help you if you don't call. I mean, I put it in, my number's there. It's on the website. I tell you, watch this video before you sign up, and it says, call me before you sign up. And then people still don't call me. Gang, I'm trying to make it as free and easy as I possibly can, but you got to call. You got to dial that number. I know the phone starts to weigh a lot when it's free. No more questions?
No more.
All right, gang. Thank you, everybody. Freddie, thank you. Wyatt, thanks. Stay in school. Marley, thanks you. Everybody that sent us gifts and stars and badges today, I appreciate all of you. Thank you very, very much. Kelly appreciates you, and we're going to get back to making videos. I pretty much spend all day, every day editing all these videos, so you have cool stuff to watch. Keep watching our channels. Keep watching everything we got. Those of you on Spotify and Apple Podcast and Megaphone, all you got to do is send us a text, and you could win a shirt too. Tomorrow, we're going to do this again. Text the show. It seems like it's working. A lot of people are enjoying it. If you have a question, you want to win a shirt, Kelly will probably give away another shirt tomorrow. So make sure you text the show. You can text it. Those of you on Spotify and Apple and Mega, you guys can text now, and we'll read the question tomorrow. And then that'll get you in to win the free shirt.
Just make sure to leave your name and where you're calling from or you're texting from.
You got to leave a name and where you're calling from so we can get back with you. So you won that shirt. We can get it to you, but we need to know who you are.
No names.
No names. It's hard to do. We can't do it if you don't leave a name. Once again, everybody, thank you very, very much for everything, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Just put for the title, Texas Show.
Where do I put that though?
You'll see when you go to share.
Mug. What's on the floor?